Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working in my altered book, and before I get started I'm going to light a candle. We've been out running errands this morning. Got our taxes done, so we had to go sign them. We did just a tiny bit of grocery shopping for my mother-in-law, whose husband is currently on hospice, and she can only leave him alone if someone's at the house. So she needed a few things at the store, so we did that. And we have electricians here starting to get all of the lights installed. Very excited about that. So there's just a lot going on outside of my art room, and I'm gonna light a candle to help me focus on what I want to work on in here. Okay. So this is a candle that my husband made. It's called Enchanted Forest. It smells really good. And actually I'm going to move. I have some ephemera stuff right here. I'm just going to move out of the way because I want to put it right in front of me. I want to be able to see it. Lots of times I put it kind of next to me and behind me and I can't really see it, but today I feel like I want to see it. Okay, so we're not doing anything special except that I am just taking you along on the just the process that I do. So I'm just making sure everything's in frame, and it is. So I'm using a digital from Emma Parrish. She has a YouTube channel, and she also has a Etsy store. I haven't really gotten to know her on her YouTube channel at all yet, but I wanted to mention it just the same. And I will tag her so she knows I'm making something with one of her digitals. Yeah, and I'm just using an old book that I got at the thrift store. And yeah, if you hear weird noises, it's just the electricians doing stuff. And I was surprised at how many of you have not done an altered book before. So I wasn't really planning on doing start to finish, and I'm still not planning to do start to finish. But I do want to, at least in the beginning here, just kind of fill you guys in on what I do and kind of getting it going. So I've already pulled all the pages out. I pulled anywhere between 6 and 9 pages out between each page design, which I'll show you what that is in a minute. Because when you start adding papers and tags and pockets and journal cards and lace and all this stuff, the book can get bulky pretty quickly. Yeah, so many times, not this time, but many times, well, not many, because I've really only done a couple of altered books, but just in making covers in general, I would cover the outside and the inside with either fabric or paper. But I really love the color of this paper in the inside of this book. So I'm leaving it because I really, really, really like it. And it looks really good with the digital that I'm using. So I'm leaving it just like that. And then when I do the front, because this book is in such good shape, I don't have plans to like cover and wrap the edges or do anything like that. I might put book corners on, not sure yet. That's kind of stuff that I do at the end. Not sure what I'm going to do um, with the cover, but we'll get to that when I feel like I want to. So right here, like I said, instead of covering it, I'm going to put this heart here, and I'm just going to glue it down just kind of on the edges right here. And then I can put something in it. Not this, because this is meant to be a belly band, but some kind of tag, a tall and skinny tag that could go in there like that. So that is my plan for the inside. And the pages, I think in the other couple of altered books that I've done, I have inked each piece of paper that goes down. I'm not doing that this time, but I am planning to ink most of the ephemera. So I am, I've already done a bunch of like the fussy cuts that I've done, except I didn't do this one, but that's okay. So yeah. So we got our taxes done. We this year we just went to H&R Block. First time going there. We had a private person doing our taxes for a lot of years, and she kind of retired from the tax preparing business. So last year we ended up going to another place, and they messed up our taxes royally. Yeah, it was just awful. So we had to do amended tax return for last year, and yeah, it was just a mess. And it was a simple mistake. It was an HSA. Yeah, I mean, many people have HSAs, and to not get that right on someone's tax return is can be very detrimental. Yeah, she totally messed it up. And so we went from owing, it was an exorbitant, like 5,000, 7,000, some kind of crazy number, to then getting 2,000 back. So, I mean, she messed him up really bad. So anyway, I feel better, I hope, about going to H&R Block and having them do the taxes. So I'm not sure. Well, maybe I'll put this like right here. That's kind of cute. Yeah, so hopefully that works. We weren't too concerned about, owing or getting a bunch of money back this year. However, next year we have sold off a whole bunch of stocks that we purposely had saved, for years and years and years, with the sole purpose of remodeling the kitchen. So we've taken out a bunch of money at gains. So we're going to owe quite a bit of money next year. But we're preparing for that. So that's that. And then with my mother-in-law's husband on hospice, he has lung cancer. So he's only got a few weeks at the most left. So it's pretty stressful every time the phone rings, of course, or if she texts. Yeah, it's just, yeah, one of those things. Reminds me of when my mom was on hospice, and they didn't think that she would last a week, and she ended up living for 3 weeks with no food or water. I don't know how she did it, but Somehow she did it. She was not really conscious. Yeah. So I feel bad. I feel bad, but it also brings up a lot of stuff for me that I don't really want to think about. So, okay. So I just put glue stick around the middle, and now I'm going around the edge with some art glitter glue. And so this is just kind of the opening of the book. Not really meant to be journaled on, but I think there's some space on here that you could journal on it if you wanted to. Okay, yeah, so it has a nice little message. It says, "We have no control of the wind, but we can adjust our sails." So I really like that. Nice, nice message to open the journal, to start the journal. Okay, so there we go. Then between this page and this page, I didn't tear out any pages. I like to keep the first 3, 4, 5 pages. It kind of depends. This is actually, I'm going to make this into a pocket. I think I'm going to put it right over here. I think it's a little too tall, so I want to make it a little shorter. And then this will be a journaling page. Okay, so using up some scraps here of papers that I did on the jelly plate. So this glue stick is done. Got a nice new one. Set this over here so I have room. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I hope you're all having a great day. Feels good to get in my art room, take some deep breaths, and not worry about what's going on outside the door. So what are you all working on? We are, every time we think we're gonna get out in the yard to get some stuff planted, we get some. Yesterday it was just torrential rain. It was crazy. Yeah, every time we think we're gonna get out and get some stuff planted, the weather turns. We just want to get some early, some crop plants that don't mind the cold. So like spinach and lettuce and radishes, they all do okay in the cooler weather. So we're gonna get those planted and then get some tomatoes planted in the greenhouse. Delight. Okay, cute. Okay, so again, I'm not covering this paper. It's beautiful paper. It's a beautiful place to do some journaling if you want, even if there's a tag or a pocket or a journal card inside the pocket. It's still a good page to journal on. Okay, see, nice. And then this page, and well, I didn't tear out any pages here. What was my, oh no, here we go. So I didn't tear out any pages here, but I have decided to make this a big pocket. So this is going to go on here, and then I'll show you how you do that pocket. It's pretty easy. So on these bigger pieces of paper, I just use my glue stick out to about 1/4 of an inch, I'd say. And I go over it quite a bit to make sure there's a lot of nice goopy glue in the center. And then I go around the edges with the art glitter glue to make sure that it stays down. So just as our kitchen is winding up, my husband has surgery scheduled for the 28th that I've already mentioned. But I don't think I really talked about the type of surgery he's having. So he's he has two things going on. He has a hiatal hernia, which needs to be repaired, and he has the flap at the bottom of his esophagus, not the top where it first goes in, but at the bottom is, I think it's completely like not there anymore. So they have to rebuild the esophageal flap. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is glue these together. But first I'm going to put this paper down right there. So that, and they have to put some kind, I can't remember. We're going in on the 22nd to kind of get the lowdown on the whole procedure and all of that, but he will not be able to eat. Well, for the first 2 weeks, only fluid. So yeah, like water, juice, ensure that type of thing. And then after 2 weeks, then he can eat like smoothies, more thicker, like mashed potato, but thin, like with a lot of gravy and that kind of stuff for 2 weeks. So basically, for 4 weeks, there's no solid food. And yeah, that's going to be miserable for him. He has a very fast metabolism, and he actually eats a lot. I don't know how much of it is just kind of a habit. Like eating is like almost like a hobby for him. He eats a lot. And he doesn't gain weight, of course. So that's crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to glue these together just on the edges here. Just basically on the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to, I don't know where my punch is now that I think about it, but I'm going to put like a notch right here, but I don't know where my thing is. And then this will be a pocket that you can pull a big journal card out that I will be making. Okay, so then I did this on camera a couple of days ago, and I don't like it, so I'm covering it up with this paper that I like so much better. And then with this paper, it doesn't look like a baby book anymore. I thought it looked like a baby. I think this looks like a baby book, so I want to change that. And with all these big pieces, I always do the glue stick in the center and then the art glitter glue around the edges, because the glue stick, it sticks well, but it also costs a lot less than the art glitter glue. So and since I'm trying to avoid Amazon, I placed an order for glue sticks. They had my glue sticks, my Scotch Permanent, at Blick, but they're, they cost about the same as Amazon. They just take a while to come. But I also ordered one of their Blick. I've heard really good things about the Blick glue stick, so I want to try it because it costs half the price of the Scotch glue stick. So if I can get away with that, I might want to do that. So then I need to decide, do I want to put something there, or do I just want to leave it? I think for right now I'll leave it. I might change my mind. So then here is a pocket is going to go here that I have not made yet. So then this is a pocket. This has come up here, so I'm going to glue this down. Actually, it feels like I didn't get any glue on there. Okay, and then this is the last spot that we're going to do. So I I do like to do this in my book sometimes. And actually, I'm going to, thinking for a minute. So I'm not going to put any paper on here. I'm going to leave the words here. But I am going to cover the pocket. And I'm just gluing this down because I noticed that this page is kind of loose from tearing on the other side. And I don't want the page coming out. So I just tore this. And then what I'm going to do is put this paper on here. And I use the same tearing tool. And I'm trying to match up the tearing design, whatever you call it. So I'm just folding this down. It's going to get glued on here. Okay, so that will go right there. Okay, so this will get completely glued down, and then this one is going to go on this side, so it'll be like, they'll be like little matching pockets. And then get this glued down. I'm going to call this video good. So that's giving you an idea. So like in between, like here, I tore out a bunch of pages. And so you always want to glue down the page before it, just to make sure that those torn out pages, that you can't see where it's been torn out, basically. That's kind of the whole goal, is to hide the places where the pages were torn out. Okay, there we go. So then I have these papers. These are from Miss Daisy Designs on Etsy, and she has a YouTube channel. But I thought that these papers, they just go really well with the digital. I think they match really well. So I just cut them down a little bit, but they just match so well, to be then big journal cards in there like that. Okay, so I'll do this one off camera. You already saw me do this one. And then, yeah. And I might do some off camera, or I might turn the camera on. Don't know, haven't decided yet. There's a few different kinds of pockets that I'll be doing here, so I might just get in with my camera, turn it on. So here we go. What I've done so far. Very pretty. There we go. Okay, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and that you do something fun over the weekend. And remember to be good to yourself and be kind to each other. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.